Welcome to the Child Care Director's Chair, the podcast for bold educators who are ready to lead, grow, and shake things up in early childhood education. Whether you're a teacher eyeing that lead role, a lead stepping into leadership, or a center owner dreaming big, this is your space to grow with purpose and leave your mark. Hosted by heart-centered leadership coach Erica Sacoccio, each episode brings you real talk, actionable tools, and a contagious laugh or two, all designed to help you step into your next level with confidence. So pour your coffee, pop in those earbuds, and take your seat, because your leadership journey starts right now in the Child Care Director's Chair.
Hey guys, it's Erica here with the Child Care Director's Chair podcast. We are here in New Jersey at the AEYC conference, and we are talking with some of our vendors today, and we are joined with Louis. Louis, tell us a little bit about yourself, the company you're with, and how you ended up here today.
Yeah, I'm Louis. I'm with LENA. We're a national nonprofit that focuses on early talk and how conversation turns, those back and forth interactions, help shape and build babies' brains, right? And how I got here is actually kind of interesting. I started as a high school teacher, 11th and 12th grade, Spanish, and then English as a second language. And a lot of my kids were reading well below grade level. And so after doing that for a couple of years, I started working K through 3 to get kids to read by 3rd grade. And then a lot of those kids in K there were big gaps in what they could do. So enter LENA, which is birth through 5 work. And so I hope that I just keep going younger and younger. Maybe one day I make the full loop and work at university level. But here's where we could really start making sure that those gaps are not being created in the outcomes for our kids.
Yeah. So after you collect this data, what do you guys do with it?
Yeah, so it's about strengths-based coaching for teachers, right? If you're able to uncover how much they are talking or not talking with kids, and we're setting goals. So typically goals are around specific routines. Mealtime is one of the popular times during the day where the interactions drop.
Oh,
So yeah, I think
that's
it's
interesting.
here's the food, and there's a lot of stuff that we ask teachers to do anyway during this time.
Sure.
But I always say the 3 T's: taste, temperature, texture. So much better than do you like it, right? So it's strategies on how to naturally have more interactions
That's
with
cool. What does
kids.
it taste
Yeah.
like? Yeah. So, what has been your at this conference so far? What's been your biggest aha moment at the conference today?
Biggest aha moment was yesterday in a session. There were 2 very urban districts presenting, and then someone from the crowd, the audience asked the question, but it came from the lens of hey, I work in a suburban district, and a lot of the stuff that you're saying is foreign to me, right? So in New Jersey, we have the Avid districts. They've had pre-K for a really long time, where this suburban district was kind of coming up into the
Sure.
pre-K. And
Yep.
so even in a small state, there is a huge variability in the experiences that we have. And I think that's why we need spaces like this for everyone to come together and to share those experiences, because we're all having different experiences, but at the same time, some of us are having very similar ones, so it could be validating
Yeah.
what we're going through. So that was great to see.
What about the folks that you've talked with here, like the networking? Talk about that. How's that been?
Yeah, I mean, we have just this morning, right? The story from Donors Choose. I had no idea. I used Donors Choose when I was a teacher
Yeah.
to fund 2 projects.
Yep.
And so that was great to hear. Even the data around what projects are kind of on trend. There's funders here who are trying to kind of inject the space with more energy and make sure that the stuff that's going well gets expanded.
Yeah.
And just the teachers and directors are doing amazing work. And
Yeah.
I think, I love the sessions, but I think one of my favorite parts is when people share and
Oh,
participate.
absolutely.
Because then you hear all the little things that people are doing, and that's
I love the
exciting part.
networking.
Yeah.
I love the networking. It feels good to feel part of a community again.
Yeah.
Feels good to connect with human beings.
Right.
We lost that for a little bit. So I'm obviously a people person, so I just love
Well,
connecting,
yeah, I can imagine that's why
connecting
you
with
do
people.
this.
But and the energy. I mean, you can hear the energy and hear
Yeah.
all the meaningful conversations that are impactful, not only for children but for the educators themselves, because a lot of educators are struggling right now. So a lot of folks that listen to this show are childcare directors or leaders in ECE in some way. In your experience, what would you say makes a really great leader?
Oh, I think it comes down to listening, right? Great. The best leaders I've met, they're always listening to the needs of their staff. I think a lot of times leaders have great ideas, and they do. Um, but there's like the right time and place for those ideas. And the best way to find that time and place is by listening to the needs of your staff.
Yeah,
Um,
I
yeah.
think that's great. That's great.
And it builds the trust, right? Like then it's validated. It's like, oh, they know what my needs are. And then
Sure.
when that
Or they
great
hear what they are.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What's the best boss that you've ever had? Putting you on the spot here.
Oh,
These
oh my
hard hitting
God.
questions.
I've been very fortunate to have great bosses.
Tell me one that sticks out that really like made an impact for you.
Yeah, his name is Andrew Karras. He worked with me at Springboard Collaborative, which is where I was before LENA. And now I forget the organization, but he's still in education. And the best thing that he always did was just be my number one cheerleader.
Yeah.
Right? Like every time I expressed a need or I wanted to do something, he was just extremely supportive.
Yeah.
And that just made some of the big projects seem that much more achievable.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that was just it's great to have that person in your corner that's always cheering for you. And from that boss perspective, brings the resources that are going to help you be successful, right? At the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is there
Thank
any
you, Andrew, if you ever hear this. Yeah.
So is there anything that you would love to leave the listeners with that I didn't ask you?
Talk with kids. There's just so much research that LENA has done, universities around the world have done. It could be that simple. Talk is free.
Mhm.
But I talked with kids. Make sure you're getting them to produce language. Here's a fun tidbit, right? Children process speech at 1/5 the speed of adults. So that wait time that sometimes feels like a lifetime, it's super
Particularly in
important.
the toddler room.
Exactly. And you're just trying to make sure like not like the whole room doesn't catch on fire, but you have to make space for those interactions because they're really building brains. And it's yeah.
That's great advice. Well, thank you so much for being on the Child Care Directors Share podcast. One more question, a really tough one.
Okay.
You ready?
Okay.
What's your favorite kind of ice cream?
Oh, I like
These are hard hitting questions.
Hard hitting questions. Cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream.
As an ice cream, as a milkshake with caramel on top. There's just so many ways.
I know it sounds yummy. It's lunchtime, so
I know. Okay.
Thank you for being such a great sport.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
That's a wrap for this episode of the Child Care Director's Chair, where we believe leaders aren't born, they're grown. If something sparked for you today, share it, shout it out, or pass it along to the next bold changemaker in childcare. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and stay connected with Erica Sacosio for more real talk leadership tools and a whole lot of inspiration. Until next time, lead with heart, grow with fire, and always remember, the chair is yours. Now own it.